Storm11 here. Today we'll be taking a look into for a potential for a tropical storm to maybe develop in the Gulf of Mexico. And the question is it possible? It's kind of looking like it. We'll look into the National Hurricane Center. We'll look at some models, the rainfall, the wind forecast, and we also got my forecast in here as well. So let's go ahead and go right into the National Hurricane Center. This is the Atlantic right now. We got 3 disturbances to watch. This one here, I don't think this one here is going to do anything for the next 5 days. So I don't think we're going to worry much about that. Down there will probably be something to watch soon. That percent slowly going up. But this is Invest 95L right over here. It's got a 60% chance for the next 5 days that could affect for parts of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana there. So let's go ahead and look into some models here. I think we're going to start off with the Euro. We'll turn on wind gusts so it could be easier to see. Right now your storm will be in here, north of Hooligan. Let's move on to Thursday. At this point, it should be somewhere in there. Here's Friday. Seems like it moves a little bit to the north. Kind of reaches near the Bahamas there. That's where we're starting to see models trend a little bit up north. You can see your low pressure is now over Florida. See, it continues up north. And you can see it becomes a tropical depression at this point. But it kind of goes over land. Moves north into Alabama and then into Kentucky there. Some uncertainties. GFS suggestion here. Your system will be down here. It seems like it moves. It's right here at this point. Has a little bit of a survey track. Now it's over here. Seems like it makes landfall on Monday. And I think it stays stationary in parts of Mississippi and Alabama. There. Rainfall amounts. So we'll look into the GFS here. You can see rainfall, Cape Coral, Key West, Tampa, Mobile, New Orleans, and maybe even Tallahassee. May get some rainfall there. We're going to see about that. Here's the Euro suggestion. Bit of a different story here. You can see rainfall amounts are pretty high in parts of northern Florida, around Jackson, about 8 inches. Tallahassee, a little bit lower. Montgomery, over 5 inches. Birmingham gets higher. We can go even north. There's Nashville. You can see the highest amount I could probably see on here is over 11 inches of rain, so near a foot. Seems like there's going to be something trying to come up here. For there, we'll keep an eye on that probably in the next update because that's still pretty far out. So let's look into the actual hurricane models here. So we're going to take a look at the tracks here. We're starting to see a couple models maybe going this way, but the majority of them take it through Florida, goes into the Gulf, and probably hits areas like Alabama and Mississippi. That's probably where it's most likely going to go, just from me. There. The water temperatures here. By the way, the shear's not going to be much of a problem. You can see here from Dorian, you can see it makes some slight below average. Sea surface temperatures for Dorian. But right now, it's over here. We're probably expecting this thing to go up like that. We actually do have some pretty good warm waters going on in here. Some slightly above average sea surface temperatures there. Looks to be as high as could be up to 2 degrees Celsius there. So let's go ahead and move on to the actual sea surface temperatures. We're going to zoom in so you guys can see better. As you can see here, in the pinks, that's where you start to reach 30 degrees Celsius. That is pretty warm. That's temperature, sea surface temperatures in the near 90s. So there's no problem with water temperatures. There's also not much of a problem with wind shear. That's going to be an issue. Wind shear may affect it a little bit. Probably as an early development, I'm seeing some shear maybe near the coast of Alabama, Mississippi, maybe a little bit over Florida. But overall, I don't think shear is not going to disrupt this thing that much, but it can slow down the progress of the intensification. Hey, it's September, so things can happen and it can intensify in a hurry. If that's the case, that could be a Category 3 major hurricane probably already. That's something we got to keep an eye on. Things like rainfall totals are looking to be the biggest threat. There, so there's your track. We're going to go back here. Here's the intensity. Most of the models are keeping a tropical storm. I can agree with that. We can start to see a couple models reaching Category 1 territory. I'm going to give that a low chance at this point. I'll show you my forecast there in a moment. That's what Invest95 looks like. We got some scattered thunderstorms surrounding the low, so it's starting to get a little bit of its act together. The CMC ensembles here, you can see most of them take it for Florida. Could be a little bit of intensification near Florida, well, in parts of north central Florida. That's something a little bit interesting there. But at this point, I think it may go through the Gulf of Mexico. Like I said, I was going to show you my forecast. The GFS is almost not showing it that much. So here's a map that I created here. In the red there, that's the cone of uncertainty there. Now I'm giving this thing a 70% chance of any tropical system development there just at this point. But the intensity forecast, though, this is my intensity forecast. I'm giving it a pretty good chance for a tropical depression. That kind of does not really make any sense. I probably should have changed this to a 70% and probably more of a... I'll say this one here is 50. I don't know why I've done that. 70... If it does reach tropical depression, it may give that a chance to a 50. So 70% chance for tropical depression, 50% chance for tropical storm, a low end 30% for Category 1, chance of it getting hit by the center of tropical system, Daytona Beach 20%, Tampa 30, Cape Coral 40, Key West got a pretty good chance, maybe a 70 at best, Tallahassee 50, Mobile 70, New Orleans is a 40, Jackson, Mississippi is 50, and Montgomery, Alabama is 50%. So I'll have more updates on this in later videos. I'll probably give you all an update if there's any major changes with the system tomorrow. We're just going to see. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed this Invest95L update. If y'all did like this video, hit that like button. If you already do like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification, never miss an upload. If y'all got guys any questions here, put in the comment section down below. I'll answer your guys' questions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.